And next, I present to you team Ciivilizer. They will give a presentation on proposal for amendment of CII regulation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is introduction video.
Do you know CII? We will show the better way to you.
We can make clean ocean for everyone.
Be the civilizer in IMO with us.
Good afternoon. It is great honor to present our new CII regulations in moeiIMO. We are Team Ciivilizer. The table of contents is as follows. Part 1, Backgrounds. In 2018, the International Maritime Organization implemented a powerful carbon rounding mission called IMO 2015. As part of this, from 2023, the CII regulations, which appeals to all ships over 5,000 tons, is in effect. 2018 CII regulations appeared for the first time in MEPC 72 after being revised, adopted in 2021 MEPC 76. According to the CII regulations, the rate will be graded based on the 19 CO2 amounts. The ship with higher than C or D, less than 2 times are fine. But the ships with more 3D grade or E grade must fill out a new SEEMP, which obtained approval from the authorities. The CII grades are calculated as follows. First, they based on the ship's capacity, distance, and fuel uses, and then the obtained CII are calculated for that year. Second, the CII reference value for 2019 is obtained and based on the CII acceptable value for distinct. The required CII value is calculated as follows. Taking into account the reductions rate appear to the baseline value of the respective ships. Also, the Z value change year after year, allowing for a gradual carbon neutrality. Based on the reference value and the DD vector, determined by IMO decide the range of grades and ship's grades. Part 2, Problems. We pointed out that there is a problem in calculating the CII grade in the case of a ballasting voyage. Under the same conditions, ships use only 90% of the fuel compared to laden voyage. Also, according to the research, Capesize bulk carriers sailing ballast condition about 38%, and VLCC sailing ballast condition more than 41% average. Based on this, we calculated the 21st CII grades of the sister ships Alpha and Beta. Both ships' particular and navigation distance are the same. Only difference is motor vessel Beta sailed in ballast condition 40% of the total. As a result, the motor vessel Beta attained CII value was 4.14, and then motor vessel Beta obtained CII value was 3.97. If that happens, Alpha ships were rating C, and Beta ships were rated B. You think it might be right that motor vessel Beta receive a good grade because they use less fuel, but this is wrong for the environment perspective. Not only it is not environmental, but it is also not good for the environmental efficiency. These issues are currently emerging and revisions to being discussed in terms of the IMO. So we would like to suggest a solution of this.
Now, let's move on to our solutions. As he said, there are 4 steps to regulate vessel by using CII. At first step, we calculate ship's attained CII value by AER, Annual Efficiency Ratio. AER is the biggest problem because the denominator of this formula, this deadweight value, is fixed to vessel's capacity. But every time vessel's deadweight has changed, and if this factor is unfixed, then we cannot get clear standards of 2019's CII reference value. This means we cannot get clear. This means we cannot control this denominator. So to solve this problem, we decide to change step 3, value of required CII. This Z value is the reduction factor for the CII relative to the 2019's reference line. Currently, this Z value is applied to all vessels regardless of their type. So we propose to revise this factor as per sailing condition. Vessel sails less than 40% of its total sailing and ballast condition. We apply Z value in this table 1, same as before. But if vessel sails more than 40% of its total sailing in ballast condition, we apply this Z value in this table 2. It has increased 4 percentage points each. If we adopt this strengthened Z value in our hypothetical situation, then motor vessel beta's required CII has decreased to 4.18. Then motor vessel alpha and motor vessel beta can get same grade. By receiving same grade, equity of CII regulation can be achieved. Thus, to enhance the effectiveness of our solution, we think benefit for the compliance is needed, and connection with GHG levy would be very helpful. GHG levy is the regulation that MEPC intends to adopt. It is mainly discussed and developed at ISWG-GHG, Intersessional Working Group for Reduction of Greenhouse Gas Emissions from Ships. And it is considered as a simplest economic measurement. Also, that underlined report has introduced in MEPC 80th session. And this means GHG levy is one of the possible midterm GHG reduction measures. So we think connection between GHG levy and CII regulation is possible and can create good synergy. This mechanism is what we think to be needed to connect GHG levy and CII regulation. First, score differently as per vessel's CII rating. Vessel rated as A gets 3 points, and vessel rated as B gets 2 points, and vessel rated as C gets 1 point. Our main purpose is to benefit for a compliance vessel, so vessel rated as D or E cannot get a point. Second, divide into 3 groups according to company vessels' total CII rate score. Finally, levy differently according to the group like this. Levy $25 per tons for advanced group, levy $50 per tons for moderate group, and levy $75 per tons for fragile group.
Part 4, conclusion. To sum up, given everything we have covered on this presentation, our topic fits into the following specific parts of IMO's strategic direction. Firstly, if we look at the IMO's strategic direction for 2018 to 2023, we can say that our topics falls under the PI 3.1, the tons of CO2 emission from the international shipping in SD3. In addition, according to the list of outputs for the 2022 to 2023 biennium, shows that our topics are corresponding to of 3.2 and 3.4 of SD3 of this section. And then when you look at the IMO strategic plan for 2024 to 2029, our topic will be in SD3 as it was last time, and the PI also will be the same as last period for 2018 to 2023, with PI 3.1 and additionally PI 3.4 being new. Moving on to the next part, to implement our proposals, we have inserted the following provisions into existing guidelines and conventions. Firstly, we insert the following clause in the CII reduction factor guidelines, which called G3. The additional provisions, as you can see on the screen. Through this revision, we can insert the strength value on G factor depending on the rate of total selling in various conditions. Furthermore, by setting the additional value on G factor, we can address the inequity contained in the existing CII regulation. Secondly, we insert the following clauses in the Chapter 6 of MARPOL Annex to improve compliance of CII by combining CII with GHG levy for the ship which compliant with CII regulation. The additional provisions, as you can see on the screens, through this amendment, the CII regulation is combined with the GHG levy so that providing differential benefits based on CII grade. It promotes compliance by giving ships with a high grade, especially A, B, or C grade, the opportunity to receive relief from the GHG levy, and conversely no relief for incompliant vessel. In this way, ship owners will strive to ensure that their vessels are rated A, B, or C, and conversely to reduce the number of the vessels rated D or E. As a result, by combining those solutions, our proposal can resolve the inherent problem in the existing CII regulation. And finally, the more effective application of CII will be possible. Part 5 further. To sum up, the journey to reach our ultimate goal will be divided into 3 steps. The first step is to combine the both solutions that eliminating the inequity in the calculation method of CII rating and giving incentives for the vessels which are compliant with CII regulation. And step 2 is to expand the application of CII, which improved by various solutions that devised in the first step. And finally, the third step is to move toward our ultimate goal, zero carbon. Nevertheless, of this measurement, those amendments we proposed, there are still a number of problems that are difficult to solve, such as sailing in a circle on a ballast condition, such as wandering, to get a better CII rating. Therefore, global cooperation and monitoring of information on CII will be needed, and step-by-step discussion also will be needed for the development to more greener shipping industry. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Team Ciivilizer, for your presentation. And we will take a Q&A session. Okay, Captain Kwok, please.
Thank you, Team Ciivilizer. Yeah, your outstanding presentation. EEXI and the CII came into effect on January 1st, 2023. The implementation of EEXI is underway, and the rating assessment for CII will be based on data reported until March 31st, 2024. While the idea from Team Ciivilizer is good, I feel it a bit advanced. I think that when the CII rating for ships come out from April 2024, it would be a good idea to address any shortcomings based on it. Now, let's move on to the question. The data of the ship shown does not seem to be actual data. Did MB Alpha sail laden all the time? and MB beta sail laden 60% of the time and 40% in ballast of the time. Is correct?
Yes, that's correct.
There is no vessel always sail laden condition. And so then next question, how do you define ballast condition? For extreme example, in case of VLCC, load several ports. When first port, they discharge all the ballast and load in the exact same quantity of cargo. In this case, is it ballast or is it laden condition? What do you think about?
I'll say the first question. First of all, even before the implementation of CII, there have been many requests for amendments from organizations and ship owners, such as the Greek Ship Owners Association and the Container Ship Owners, which means Hapag Lloyd's. So we believe that it is necessary to address the inequalities as soon as possible before the fully implementation of CII regulation. Yes, that is answer.
Furthermore, by taking an initiative in address global carbon neutrality issues, Korea can elevating the standing on international stage, which traditionally lead by Europe or the USA.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll answer the second question. Thank you for your answer. So as I understand, your second question is that which is ballast and which is laden, right? Is that right?
Yeah. How do you define ballast condition? How do you distinguish ballast and laden condition?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we will set the standards of ballast condition at the only for zero cargo, and consider all other situations to be loaded. In practice, ship owner operates a ship to earn a profit, so it is rare for a ship to carry less cargo. Therefore, it is reasonable to set the standard as above. Thank you.
If there is little cargo, very little cargo, in that case, that is laden or ballast? You mean that is laden condition, if there is any little cargo?
We thought that situation is a laden situation.
Container ships sail always, probably, mostly laden condition. Then container ship, will they always be favored in CII assessment? What do you think?
Explained in the background, typical laden condition sailing vessels, such as container or PCTC, conventional sea have been at a relative disadvantage under the CIR formula because their fuel consumes in higher than that of the vessel which has ballast condition sailing. And therefore, they are rated relevantly low on CII method simply because of the different type of operations they typically undertake. Our goal is not to favor anyone, but to address existing inequalities. So we believe those problems can be addressed through a revision of our new CII formula. Thank you.
Okay, then ship may sail in ballast 39% and may sail in 41%. Just 2% of the sailing condition, then 4% of CII rating favor is, I think, too harsh for the ship owner.
Thank you for that question, but there's so many a lot of vessel in our ocean, so we can handle all the ships. So we must stand our standard. In our presentations, the average is almost 40%. So that's why we fix the standard 40%. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your sharp comments, Captain Kwak. And now let's next to the question, Dr. Park. Dr. Park first. Okay, the audience first. Okay. Okay, I will give you a fair chance. Team Safety Carrier, please.
This delegation would like to thank you, Team Ciivilizer, for the proposal. However, we have a concern. When the vessel is in under bad weather, the maneuvering vessel is also different. For example, heave to and scudding. When it is raised, it can be ineffective to check the CIA. We are curious about your suggestion. Is there any method to overcome this situation?
Okay, thank you for your question, and give me just a second.
Okay, I think they need a moment.
The situation like bad weather is applied to all vessels, some same conditions. So we didn't devise about the methods for the bad weathers. It's for.
And also, we because of the time issue, so we cannot cannot show to you. But there only also has a G5 guidelines as a weather factor, so it is already exist. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And are there any questions? Okay, Team Cyber Sheriffs, please.
First, thank you so much for your presentation. According to your team's presentation, the application of greenhouse gas levy, a system that taxes carbon, will only benefit developed countries that can adopt advanced technologies and put a heavy burden on developing countries that cannot. I want your team to tell about how to reduce the burden of developing countries.
Thank you for your question. Yes. In the short-term side, that may be true. Yes, I understand. But however, even now, the IMO is making efforts to reduce the gap between countries in various ways, such as implementing a system to provide financial support for the implementation of the IMO greenhouse gas initial strategy called IMO's multi-donor greenhouse gas trust fund. In line with this trend, if create a green fund similar to the above fund and provide support to developing countries, which will be beneficial in the long run side, because it will help developing countries by investing in and supporting their own infrastructure in addition to the funds they contribute. Thank you.
Okay, you have one more question? Comment, okay. Comment, please, Dr. Park.
I would like to two clarifications to prevent the misunderstanding related to the CII. CII is absolutely basically in intensity basis. This is a short-term measure. You mentioned the levy. This is to the mid-term measures. It's different approach to IMO now. For the developing states, the IMO is carrying out the impact assessment to the economic impact and the technical impact. Yeah, that is my comment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the comment.
Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't give everyone a chance. I would love to spend more time, but we are short on time. So let's wrap it up here. Thank you very much, Team Ciivilizer. Everyone, let's give them a big round of applause.